Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerd BS. It is the first episode of 2025. Oh
Yes.
boy. Another year older, another year wiser. I'm Alan. This is Kyle. I like to think I'm getting a little wiser. I like to think I am.
Yes, same. Yeah, me too. But who
At
knows?
least, hopefully I'm not wasting too much time with the video games and the
Oh yeah, just enough, right? Just enough time.
Yeah, it's interesting being older. I'll be about 38 this year. I think you're the
I'll
same
be
age.
39 next
Yep.
month. Yep.
Ooh, next year's the big one. That's scary.
Yeah.
Is it scary?
My wife has my wife has already gone through it, and it doesn't. She seems to be handling it fine. So that's always reassuring, right? I'm always a couple years younger than my wife. I don't know why. Yeah, she's a total cradle robber, as they used to say.
You just always say, I mean, I may be old, but I'm at least not as old as you.
Yep, exactly. I'm still in my 30s, baby.
Still in my 30s.
I got a full year still being in my 30s. It certainly don't feel like it. I did start working out again over the past couple weeks.
Oh, good.
And man, the knees are not happy. They've never been more mad.
I haven't been working out, but I'm doing like a calorie deficit and walking every day. I'm doing like an hour walk every day.
That counts. That's what I'm like when you hit 40 or close to 40, that counts.
You gotta do something. I mean, like I said, I'm going to Hawaii, so I'm like, gotta try to get the beach bod going.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
How many months you got? 5, 6 months?
5, yeah. I think 5 or 6. It's in June, so
yeah, plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Beach bod.
Super buff. Just.
Do you have a goal? That's what I've learned. As long as you have some sort of goal, it helps.
My goal in my head is like, if I can lose like 20 pounds, I'll be happy with myself. Nothing.
Well, there you go. You do have a goal.
I want to feel better. That's my goal.
So you want to feel better and lose 20 pounds. You do have a goal.
Yep.
Mine is I just want some bigger arms and so triceps and biceps.
Yeah.
And I do want to lose weight, so like maybe 15, 20 pounds as well. But yeah, I'm just going for glamour. I'm not working out like how I used to for actual strength. Now it's all glamour. All the beauty muscles.
Appearances and feel better.
But really, it's just, yeah, I do. It is nice to feel better, but it's just basketball right now. That's what gets me in there. If I can play basketball, and that's why everything hurts, because I played for 10 minutes twice. That's all it takes. But yeah, anyways, I'm doing it. It feels good. Good luck to you, brother.
Yeah.
Your endeavors. The walking's good. Walking's way better than most people give it credit for.
No, it is. It's really good. I've done a little bit of research into it, and it's extremely good if you do a good pace, and consistency is important.
Yeah, for consistently for a certain amount of time. That's good.
So that's good.
So did you get any cool stuff for Christmas or?
I did. I mean, I got
something.
Let's see. Well, I got Marvel vs. Capcom for both Switch and a PS4. So I do have both copies now. Both are sealed right now, though. I have not opened them. I keep meaning to open one. Just haven't had a chance yet. And as I was going through one of my things, I thought it was kind of funny. Just complete side tangent for just a second. I found the comic for 3. I don't know if that's worth anything. When I bought 3 a long time ago, I just had the comic that came with it.
Is it a full-size comic? Well,
no, it's another small comic.
Another small one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I doubt it's worth anything. It's not like mint, but it's interesting.
Right. I bet it went up, though, since this one released. But
very possibly.
Why, you looking to move it? I
I
know a guy.
might. Yeah, I got a couple things I'm looking to move, but I was gonna talk to you about that later.
Okay,
But
fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And beyond that, I mean, my sister-in-law got me an amazing Boba Fett comic, a graphic novel sized, but it was more like a compilation. And it was actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
And I already read it, and it was really fun. And oh man, I don't know if I can reach this here. A friend of mine got me this. I don't know if you can see it.
Empire Strikes Back with some signatures. What is the item?
So it's a replica, but it's really cool.
Uh
It's
huh.
the Empire Strikes Back script, and it's signed by Mark Hamill, Frank Oz, David Prowse, James L. Jones, Anthony Daniels, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, Peter Mayhew, and George Lucas, uh, and Kenny Baker. But it's a replica. It's a Hollywood memorabilia, so I think they're just like imitation signatures, but still really cool looking. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. You gonna maybe hang it or something? That
Yeah,
seems
so I'm
like
thinking I'm
something.
going to hang it up. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that because it's like thick.
Yeah,
It's like a thick. It's a script. So
yeah. See, we were talking about this before we were recording, and how kind of, I don't know if annoying is the right word, but difficult framing is.
framing,
And
yeah,
when you start getting the like in depth stuff where it's like where you have something thick like that, then it's a whole nother game. I haven't even dabbled into where they have frames like that, but it gets a little pricey, and
yeah.
it's probably even more frustrating to
And
do.
my
But it is worth it.
yeah, that one right there. That's my Darth Vader with Prowse's signature as well. That my mom got
Nice.
me. She got me it's supposed to be a one of those, what are they called? The film uh what are they? I don't know what they're called. But my mom got it
From
for me with it signed.
yeah.
And then my wife framed it.
Oh,
She
like a
spent money
piece of
framing
a
it.
film.
Yeah, it's like a
Like a
piece of the film. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's really cool.
I have
Uh, but
I have
but that
a
was not cheap either to
that is
frame.
very cool. I
But
have one, but it's for Monte Python Holy Grail. Not quite as cool as Darth
hey,
Vader.
that's still really cool.
Yeah,
I want to be opposed to
it's
that.
something.
But what'd you get? Yeah, I don't want to. You get anything exciting?
Um, we had a lot of snacks, which I'm always for. Right, like I don't guilt myself during the holidays. I just go for it and I enjoy it, and hopefully come out the other side, and which I did. But I got a gift card for Amazon, so I finally, I don't know, gave in, I guess, and I bought a PlayStation Portal for my PS5.
Hey, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I haven't used it as much as I thought I would because I've been playing Xbox, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I
Mhm.
do like it. It works. It works well. And the reason I gave in was because I learned that you can play games from your PlayStation Plus subscription without a PS5.
Yeah.
No, and so that's in beta. It works. It works okay, I should say. But that's what sold me. It was like, oh, I don't need the PS5. I just need an internet connection, and I can use it. Sold. And I shopped around. I got a deal,
Of course.
and yeah, so I bought that, and then got some Christmas cash, and so I've been sitting. I have the Simpsons arcade, the arcade one up, right? Yeah, I think I've shown a picture of that.
Yeah, I think you said something about that. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't even seen it. I know you've been over, but
I've seen it. I've
anyways,
been over since you got it. I know that. I just don't
yeah.
think I've gone upstairs.
Well, a friend of ours came over, and they have I think he's 4-year-old, and he wanted to play it, and they had Simpsons bowling on it, and it has a spin ball that you can use
Hmm.
for it, and he loved it, and so like I went back, and I had been eyeballing the X-Men arcade, the 4-player cabinet that Arcade One
Yeah,
Up
yeah,
did,
yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting for it to hit a certain price. Well, it never did, and instead it all sold out. Like at all the stores. Best Buy doesn't have it. None of the even like offshoot sites have it anymore. They're all completely sold out.
Jeez.
So I kind of panicked and I was like, oh shoot, they're not going to remake these things. So I almost got one on eBay, but the guy sold. I was like, I can pick it up in 3 days, and he sold it before then. I was like, ah, you stupid. Finally got one for about $400 on OfferUp, and I had to drive down to Long Beach
Oh
to get
wow.
it.
Okay. Nice though. You got it.
Yeah, just I got back before noon. Thankfully, the traffic was still good, and I got it. I got the X-Men cabinet, set it up that night, and it comes with an Avengers game that's 4 players. I haven't even tried that one, but another beat 'em up, and a fighting Avengers game where I think there's only like 4 characters you can pick from. It's like it looks like remember that fighting Star Wars game, the Masters of
Oh my God, Master Terrascasi.
Terrorist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, but like worse, and it's Avengers. And yeah, that game's awful, but I got X-Men Arcade and I'm loving it. And
I love that. That game's amazing. That's the main reason why I haven't gotten rid of my Xbox 360 yet. It's because it's
nor
on it.
should you. Nor
And
should you.
I'm sad. I'm saddened that I missed out on the Simpsons one that was on it. Because
Yeah,
that was also one that came and went,
that would have
and I
made it
never
complete.
bought it. Yeah,
You
it would have
can't
been
even.
complete.
You no, they well, I don't know. They closed the store, but can you re-download it since you bought it?
I don't know. I'd have to turn it on. I'm assuming I mean, I know it's on it. I didn't delete it. So it's still there.
Right.
But
And yeah,
I
you
don't
should
know.
never get rid of that thing.
I also have Banjo Kazooie on there. Now the store's
Yeah,
gone. I was
that
gonna
one's
buy Banjo Tooie, and I didn't before it's gone.
that one's easy to get. Nah, Tui's in the rare replay. It's on Game Pass. It's
Okay,
easy to
yeah,
get
you're
too.
right. You did say that one's easy.
But yeah,
That
it's
X-Men,
the Konami games those are the tough ones. They do not re-release them.
I don't understand why though. It feels like we should get one. I
Nobody
mean,
does.
Marvel's Capcom 3 just came out with the collection. I mean, why haven't we gotten one? Konami makes collections too. Maybe they just don't want to
Yeah,
deal with
they
it.
do a lot
I don't
of
know.
Castlevania stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. They tried to do that with Silent Hill. If you recall, they did a quote unquote HD collection.
Oh yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
And the company that did it botched it so bad, it's still notorious for being the worst way to play those games.
Yeah, they did Castlevania. Did they? They haven't done any other ones, huh? It's just Castlevania.
As far as collections, not that I'm
Which
aware
they've
of.
been super
Maybe
successful with. Capcom's the one
yeah.
that's been doing all the other ones. They've been doing a lot of fighting
They
game
could,
ones and things like that.
if you think about it, if they did like Silent Hill 1 through 4 collection, or even if they did 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4, if they really wanted to make more money, they could literally just print money.
Oh yeah, easily.
Because those games are going for, I mean, at the store I'm working at, a couple $100 a pop if they have the case. So yeah, I don't know, Konami, like please re-release your stuff. I don't know what the issue is, but figure it out.
Figure out the details.
Anyways, I think I'm like officially out of room upstairs, and because it's pretty tight now. I mean, especially since the cabinets are 4 players, both of them are 4 players.
Uh-huh.
I think that's it. Like, I have this one little nook, and my wife's like, absolutely not. Nothing is going there. I'm like, yeah, but if you shift it at an angle, and and then you could just squeak by and she's like, no. I was like, all right, that's fair. I got 2 cabinets, 2 of my favorite games ever.
There you go.
And I could always mod them and just add games to the cabinets. It's fairly it's apparently really easy.
Yeah, because they're just, as far as I know, they're just emulators anyways. They're just running emulators. Nothing crazy. It's not like the original or imitation of the original hardware or anything like that. Anything nuts.
Yeah, no.
As far as I know.
No. Cool little cabinets. I'm glad I got it. It did come with a stool, so I have 2 stools now.
Hey, there you go.
Simpsons. And so yeah, if you want to come over, you could sit on Cyclops' face and play X-Men with me.
I've always dreamt of sitting on Sky Cyclops'
I know,
face.
I know. That was a dream of yours. So that's what I got.
Anyways,
I got some of the little stuff, but those were the big items for sure.
yeah. Um, Mostly for the kids. I mean, yeah, we do like a Secret Santa, which is how I got the comic book. But yeah, most of the stuff's for the kids.
What's a good idea?
But
I might have to bring that up with my family because,
it
like,
we like it because I like it, and the reason I like it is, and I think most people do, and it's because you can spend like close to $100 on one person instead of
right?
trying to get something for everybody.
Yeah, and everybody gets a $10 gift.
Yeah, like a little gift because not every people aren't made of money. So
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather just get one, video
good
game
gift. Yeah, one good gift for somebody. Yeah, and then, or you would
versus,
get one
yeah.
good gift.
I literally, so my family got me, and I like it because my kids are so little, but it's literally a bag of nuts, like nuts and bolts,
Uh-huh.
and it has a magnetic stand, and it says "Make your own sculpture," and it's just a bag of nuts that become magnetic when you put it on the stand. And it was like, oh, thanks, I got a bag of nuts for Christmas. Like, you guys went all out on that one, and they love it more than I do. They think it's the coolest thing. I'm like, great, I'm glad because I I like the magnetic stand. Like if I'm working on something, I put the screws on it. But yeah, that I've reached that
Hey,
dad level where it's like, yeah, dad, you get the scrap gifts, and we're gonna get thousands of dollars of toys. I'm like, okay,
oh
yeah,
boy. I'm sure your kids got
combined. I don't know
wonderful
if it's
gifts too, and they're probably
thousands.
getting gifts from everybody too. Which that's always
That's
what ends up piling it up is that
oh boy,
everybody else. Yeah. Oh
hmm
yeah. And I only had one, and it was nuts. But I think it may be not worse, but like a little bit more than having two because they got to split it up with two. With one, they're just piling on
Well,
one. Every kid gets one.
the only reason it's worse is because we're the only ones that have kids.
Oh,
So
that's true. And you have a lot of
it's not
siblings.
getting
Yeah.
it's not getting spread out at all. They're getting multiple gifts, like, and they're still like, hey, we bought this like just the other day. We got a text, like, hey, got this for McKenna. It's like, her birthday's not till September, so what are we doing?
They got that single person money or no kid money.
Yeah, they got the no kid money. I remember the
No
no
kid
kid
money.
money. It was a good
But
time. We were
that
getting
is,
sushi every week, Alan. Every week we got sushi.
I do love sushi. That's for certain.
Now it's like it is like a celebration when we get it. Like we're it is a big deal.
Yeah. Uh, well, we got. I think you got a topic actually for the first one. Why don't you
I
just take it
do.
over?
I do. So I mentioned earlier that I didn't play my PlayStation Portal as much because I was playing the Xbox, and the reason I did that is because I got Game Pass, and I wanted to
Mhm.
use. I only got 1 month. I do have more points, but I know like this week and next week we're going to be really busy, so I didn't want to pay and waste like 2 weeks of my Game Pass. So, anyways, I was really just trying to play that until the month ran out, and I think I mentioned on the last cast that I got Indiana Jones, which
Oh yeah, I think yeah you mentioned that. Yeah,
yeah, I would be a 9 out of 10 if I could. uh I forget what I said. It would be
third
better
person.
if I could do the third person. The first person mode is fine, and it's a great game. But I just one night I was like, let me try, let me see what else Game Pass has. It's so many. There's so much stuff on there. It's ridiculous, and you get discounts on games if you want to buy them. But they had Resident Evil 2, and I think I talked about this before, but I really got into it. Like I totally switched over. I was like, Indiana, I'll see you later, but I got to play this game. And I finished it with Leon. I'm in the middle of Claire's story. It's to me, it became
Yeah.
one of. I was just talking to somebody about this, like those games where they totally like hooks you, and you wake up like, oh man, I want to go play that game like right now. and it doesn't happen often, but it's those games where you just can't put it down. That's what happened to me with Resident Evil.
Oh
So
wow,
much so that I bought the physical copy of Resident Evil 2 remake.
nice.
You asked earlier, like, are you talking about the original? Like, no, absolutely not. I
Yeah, because that
cannot
one's
play the
rough. I
original.
mean, it's a great. It definitely has its place in gaming history, but it is rough.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's a classic. We wouldn't have the remake without it, but the remake just you could tell that it was a labor of love, and the people that remade it also liked the first one. So anyways, last time I talked about it, I had not hit Mr. X yet, or he had not found me yet. I don't know if you were aware of Mr. X or the Tyrant, but he's an 8 foot, maybe even 9 foot mutant. He's not even a zombie. He's a mutant created by Umbrella that goes in and just is invincible. He's literally invincible. You can't kill him. And here's the worst part. And mind you, I'm playing after my kids go to bed with headphones in because that's the only time I can play. And I'm not going to turn on the surround sound with zombies with my kids right next door in the room right next to me. So um, I have headphones in while I'm playing this game, and he stalks you the entire game while you're in the police station, and you hear his footsteps. And so, like, if
Wow.
you don't hear his footsteps, you're like, okay, I got to go, now's my chance. But there's only like a couple rooms where you can save the game. That's where he doesn't enter. But otherwise, he can open doors. He can break through doors or break through walls. And he literally just stalks you until you leave the police station. And like that is a huge turning point in the game. At first I thought it kind of ruined it. Because you go at your own pace. You kind of keep like, oh, there's 5 zombies in this room. There's so many zombies in that room. You know what I mean? Like I can dodge 3 of them. I'll kill 2, and then this guy comes out and he just doesn't care. And you're like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? So I started over. I just completely started over and saved ammo because you can stun him, but
Uh huh.
I think it literally takes 20 shots with the pistol to stun him,
Oh wow.
and which is a lot. There's a lot of ammo, but you figure it out and you kind of work around it. And I finally did beat that game. And man, what just the controls, how fluid it is, the overall pacing of the game. You go down into the laboratory at the end and kind of discover like, oh, everything's a sham. Umbrellas is ruining the world. It's just so good. And then Claire's story is different enough when you play it again that it doesn't feel exactly the same. But this was freaking Mr. X. Like he's coming, right? Because when you play as Leon, you had to fight him, but you don't know when. And sure enough, or just around a corner, he's just charging at you, and you're like, "Son of a!" Yeah, it's so scary. It's so good. I don't know how I'm playing it at night. I think just that's how you know it's a good game, right? Where it's like it's that scary, but I want to play it, and eventually you get over it. The footsteps are like you just wait till he's gone,
Yeah.
or he kills you, and you're like, whatever, and I'll start over. But I'm trying to. The other thing that happened was like with achievements, I started getting achievement crazy and trophy crazy too with PlayStation a little bit. But like so much so that I was jonesing for an achievement that I put on Bluey, the video game, because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
while my kids were awake, I was like, I need some achievements right now. You guys got achievements? Like. And so I put on Bluey and I 100%ed it in like a couple hours. So and like they left the room after a while. They were enjoying it, but I was like, I got to get it all. I got to get all the achievements. And then I had to stop myself because I put Peppa Pig on, and
You don't even understand what's going.
yeah,
You'll get
so I
here.
had to
You'll get
stop.
here.
Yeah, so I had to stop with Peppa Pig, and then, anyways, I bought Resident Evil 2. It's probably top 5 of my favorite games ever now. I'm
Oh
still
wow.
playing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get all the achievements because some of them are a bit crazy. Like
Yeah.
I'm not ready for the hardcore mode, but because some of them achievements are included in that. But I want to play number 3. they got the number 4 remake. So it's just very exciting to know that there's more available. And I hope they remake 1 in this style. Now that I'm into it,
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I would like that. I mean, after they did 4, now they did 2, and they've done 3. I don't know how
they
good
do
3
3.
is.
3, I was just talking to somebody. 3
Yeah.
is just as good, but it's way shorter, like half the time.
Well, wasn't the original 3 also shorter?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either.
The other thing is with number 2, you have two characters that have two, you know, different stories. Not very different, but different enough. And 3, it's just one character. So
I don't
right
think
there, the time's cut in half.
it feels weird because I think Resident Evil has never really been like I can't think of one that was like super long. Like even me and my son did
Right.
the RE7 and 8, and neither of them were very long. They were like probably
So
good 8 hours or so, but
yeah,
nothing crazy.
that's exactly what they're saying. But the guy was saying that 3 is like 3 hours,
Okay,
which
so
is
it's
like
just like half the
that's like to
size.
me like that's like a DLC kind of length.
Yeah, maybe
But
that's
it's
why.
still like great. They said it's great. So yeah,
Yeah,
they need to do 1.
1 and 0 too. 0 as well.
Oh yeah,
Might
that
as
would
be
be
good.
good.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about 0. Yeah, they could 0 would be great in that style. Huh.
yeah.
See, and
They both came
you know,
out. Yeah, because they're remaked
going
on
back
Gate.
to
Going back to go ahead.
just like remakes. I know Konami did Silent Hill 2 remake and it's a success and we'll probably see more, but like where you
I think they
been?
want to do
Capcom's
1. I
been
think the developers of
crushing it.
2 said they want to do 1 next.
They should. It should be 1 and then 3 and then 4. I think if they redid 4 this style, it would be I think it's underrated and some of the mechanics are really poorly done, but there's a lot of cool ideas in number 4 that don't stand out because of how hard it is to play. But yeah, I think they should do the 1 through 4. And they're supposed to be making a brand new one, but they haven't said anything in a while.
Yeah, the demo was weird, and it didn't really get a good like. I didn't feel like it really did well. Like people didn't seem very hyped for it. I remember playing it. I enjoyed it. It was very
Oh, you're
short, but it was
talking
supposed to
about
be
the
like a
short
demo.
message?
Yeah, that short message. Yeah, and it wasn't
It's
really. I don't
that
think it was very well received.
it yeah, it kind of I don't know. I've heard people said it was okay and some people said they hate it. But it wasn't even a demo. It was just a straight up short game.
Yeah, but it was
So the
free.
one they're
I mean,
making,
yeah,
yeah, if you have a PlayStation.
true.
So anyways, I don't have Game Pass right now. I'm probably going to switch back over to PlayStation to use my portal and then start getting achievements or trophies. Sorry. Whoa.
You just got
Trophies.
Baldur's Gate on Xbox now.
But I got to wait for crossplay. There's no way. I might start
Yeah,
it, but
that
that's the
game's
whole reason I got
perfect
it.
for the handheld though. That's the thing.
Hmm.
Because
Really?
of
Oh,
the
now you
turn
tell
based.
me.
Yeah, the turn based stuff. It's like it'd be much more. I could see it work well in handheld. Is what I'm getting at. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
Divinity Original Sin 2, which was they made for Switch, which is the same
Wait,
company.
really?
Yeah, and that
Huh.
style is it's like a. I mean, you know what it is. It's kind of like a turn
Yeah,
based
yeah.
combat, kind of like Fire Emblem or something like that. It's just it works well on portable.
I just never even thought about that. Yeah, I might have to maybe find some chump that'll trade me the Xbox One for the. Or,
Maybe.
I mean, I could always play it on my phone through Xbox, but now that I have the portal, because I was doing that, I actually played a little bit of Resident Evil during the
Yeah.
day. So, because I was, man, I really wanted to play it, and so I didn't want to put it on the TV because there's some gore, right? Like
Uh huh.
it would probably mess up my kids if they walked in on the wrong part. So I was trying to play it on my phone a little bit, and but since I have the portal, it does take the extra step away from connecting the phone and everything. So I'll see.
Yeah.
I can't find an American copy of just the game on PS5, like a physical copy. of just the game that's not the deluxe. I don't know if they
Did
did
they
it.
release just the game physically?
Yeah, overseas
Okay, they did overseas. I know
in
I
other countries.
pre-ordered the deluxe edition, but I pre-ordered it through them. But I also got
Yeah,
the upgraded version.
the deluxe ones are, North American, but I haven't even find just the game, which is all I wanted. So I could get a physical copy, and it's all region free. But I want it to have that, what is it, T for teen logo or
Ooh.
whatever it is, or M for mature or whatever. I don't know what it's rated. I think it's M.
Oh, you wanted to have the American, the U.S. whatever American rating.
Yeah, the North American logo. I do. It really bugs me when they don't, and I feel like
And
your Chewbacca cup is judging me right now, but that's how it is, man. That's just how I collect. It also helps me not buy so many games because
uh-huh.
you could go nuts on Japanese stuff because it's all everything's region free now. You can get Japanese copies of PlayStation and Switch games, and they run fine. But at least I have some boundaries, I guess, when it comes to it.
Yes, you look like you. Yeah, I'm looking at. I'm trying to look to see, and yeah, I think you're onto something there. It is pretty hard to find an
It's
American
strange.
copy.
I did not know they did that, and there's no, like, they're not going to, I guess. But so I have it on Xbox. I'm
I
ready.
mean, they are working on crossplay, and they just announced that they are actively adding more stuff to the game,
Right.
which is
Which
cool.
is cool. Yeah, Jinx.
Yeah, which I'm all for. I need to put more time into it. It's a great game. I've beaten it once. I was about ready to beat it a second time. I was working on another playthrough with some friends.
How
It's
many hours did you put into
really good.
the first
Probably
playthrough?
at least around 200. Yeah, easily. I haven't put as much as
What?
others, but yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Two
it's a
hundo?
good game. It's a good, solid
Phew.
game.
That's okay. I mean, I'll get my money's worth. I was
Yeah, if you
not.
want to get your
I
money's
was
worth,
not
you'll get it.
expecting that.
Yeah. Depending on what you do, you could easily spend around 70 to 100 hours in a single playthrough.
Okay,
Um, like easily.
just straight.
Now,
Like if you just wanted to go
if you
straight
just start
through.
doing everything and you just start, trying to do all the things and find all the things, you'll
Hmm.
definitely spend a lot of time. Uh, so, but yeah, amazing game. Glad you got
Yeah.
it. Glad you enjoyed
Is
Resident
it
Evil
2 players or is it
4
4?
online.
Oh, okay. So, all right. When the crossplay comes out,
Yeah,
you're out.
I'm
You're in
I'm
my.
totally
You're on my
down
team. All right. Cool.
because I would love to play that game again. I need to get back with those people that me, Tomas, and my brother and Brian were all playing. We had a game going that we were doing honor mode. We were
Is
working our
that
way through it.
is that the highest
It's
difficulty?
like the hardest. Yeah, it's the hardest difficulty. That's what we were
Yeah.
working through.
I know. I'm
It's
not
not that
ready.
bad. The high
Oh, okay.
the highest difficulty is not that bad.
Well,
Uh,
especially if you got a squad like that.
yeah. If you have a bunch of custom characters too, but even then, it's not too ridiculous. Is the only thing with honor mode. What makes it more difficult
Hmm.
is if a character dies, they're dead permanently. So they don't.
Ooh,
Yeah. So
I do like that.
which is it's pretty cool.
Helps you
But
lock in a little bit.
yeah. But we never had anybody die. So I mean, we were going through. We
Okay.
never had any problems. So
Yeah.
not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Speaking of dying,
Hmm.
have you been watching Star Wars?
Oh, dying! Wow!
You
Ouch!
like that transit?
That was whoo. That hurt. That hurt me.
Cut a
That
little, get a little
you're
deep.
gonna get judged. You're getting judged right now.
I know
For sure.
I think he's
Uh,
getting he's frowning more.
it's it's sad. It's sad. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is out. The last episode aired today. I think it technically launched last night, but I haven't watched the last episode yet. This
Is
has
it
been
like? Is there a big ending coming
I'm
up? Are you excited?
assuming so. There was a pretty big cliffhanger last episode.
Okay.
We're curious to see what's going to happen. I don't want to give any spoilers away because I really highly advise everybody checking it out. The writing is really good. It took me an episode to get into it, at least, and
Yeah.
that was mainly because I'm not a huge fan of child actors or seeing kids on screen like when they're just focused on.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
super engaging for me.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But the writing and even the kids are decent actors. They're still kids, but they're decent actors. All the CG and everything's fantastic. The costumes are also fantastic. And the writing's really good, which I think is one thing that Acolyte didn't have going for it. The writing was kind of bad in Acolyte. There was a lot of good in that show, but the writing itself was kind of bad.
There was some, and I mean, like the amount of lightsabers was great, but
yeah, there was some really cool lightsaber combat.
We learned that if you can't put it together with at least a decent story, it's kind of
and even
fails.
Even the overarching story was an all right idea.
Yeah,
and the bad guy was actually pretty interesting. I think they did a really good job with him. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Skeleton.
Fair enough.
Really good. I think it's actually a really good show. It's come out. It's grown on me. The world and everything is very good. It's very much focused on like pirates and more of the underbelly of Star Wars, which is something that we don't get to focus on a lot. The more gritty aspects, which is really cool. But it also has like a Treasure Island style of story. We have pirates looking for a treasure with the kids. It's pretty cool, and it's actually gets. I mean, the pirates themselves get kind of violent. They do kill people, on and off screen. So they're not being too like. It's not too much of a kids show where adults can't watch it. And the story is really good. The problem is apparently it's doing worse than Acolyte. That's what I've been hearing. Ratings, people watching it, numbers, not pulling the numbers.
I think that's partly Acolyte's fault, right?
I agree.
For me, it is. I'm one of those where I got through the Acolyte, and it's like, I don't. Even if it is good, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel that. Like I have Disney already, so it was an easy watch for me. And I'm a huge Star Wars nut, so of course I'm going to jump into it and at least give it a shot. Because I usually give everything a shot coming from Star Wars, and I'm happy I did. And there's actually a lot of there's some really cool stuff in there I don't want to get into just because I don't want to spoil anything. Because honestly, I really do think people should check it out.
Yeah,
cool
and it just
twists.
It just came out.
Yeah, so I'll leave that alone for now. And if other people watch it, we'll definitely try to maybe do a spoiler or something if people actually watch it. Because Andor is coming out soon. It is coming out this year. Andor season 2.
Oh, really?
So that might be a time to check it out, Kyle, as when it comes out. Because I know you like Andor season 1.
Yeah, I'll watch Andor 2.
Yeah, so when you have when Andor 2's out, you could check it out too on the side, just to kind of see.
We'll see. The only way I'm watching it is if my wife wants to.
I think your wife and kids would probably enjoy it. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So I think it does give me I think a lot of people have said there's a strong Goonies vibe. I'm not a huge Goonies fan either, but a lot of people get that. No, I'm not. I
didn't know that.
It's all right. Goonies is fine. I liked it when I was a kid.
I don't know if it holds up, but like in my mind, it's still great, right?
Was that?
In my mind, it still holds up, but I don't
keep it there.
I don't want to go watch. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, I don't want to go back and ruin it.
I watched it again just randomly, and it was hard. It was hard to get through.
Short Round is a Academy Award winner now.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
I forgot his name.
Happy he's doing great. But I'm not a huge Goonies fan. But this definitely does have some Goonies stuff. The worst part about the Goonies in my mind is they're constantly screaming. It's my biggest gripe with it, is constantly the kids are screaming. and they're very high pitched, and it hurts my old head now, and I can't deal with it.
You're
Fortunately, they don't
total.
do that in Skeleton Crew, so I was very happy that they seem to tone that stuff down, which is good. Uh,
You're
anyways,
like you're reaching the get off my lawn
yeah,
kind of.
that's enough.
Well,
That's
I
enough.
get it.
This is unnecessary at this
Yeah.
point. Uh, I don't care if those people are trying to murder you. That's not. Keep it down.
It's part of reaching 40. I think it just really
Oh,
is. You're just there's so much physical pain that has come, and not like your body disintegrates, but you've been through so much physical pain, and mentally, emotionally, sure. But by the time you're 40, there's been pain in your life, and you can't take the high pitches anymore at all. And I totally get off my lawn. There you go. There's my old man rant for this episode. Tune in next week for the next one.
but yeah. Anyways,
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, beyond that, I've been listening to Force Awakens on my walk. Now I'm going through the audiobooks now. I'm trying them out.
Oh, okay. And
see, I heard someone told me that Rise of Skywalker, the audiobook, is better than the movie. So,
I mean, it's curious. A low bar.
I know it's a low bar. I've also heard Revenge of the Sith is the audiobook is better than the movie, story wise.
I think
we'll see.
I feel like we can probably do a whole topic on this one cast, but like movies that are actually better than the book are probably few and far in between. You know what I mean?
And I understand that. The only thing I would argue is that like these should be, because it's the opposite with Star Wars, right? Because it comes to the movie first, and then the book comes out after.
Technically, yeah.
Seems like it should be I don't know, because usually that's the case, like with Harry Potter and all that stuff, because they're books first, and they become movies.
Right.
They have to leave stuff out.
Harry Potter is an enigma, though. That one, some of those movies I think are better than some of them. Not all of them. Valid. Some of those movies are better than the books.
Yeah.
But
I make another series, but yeah, I think they're making another series on HBO, right?
Technically, everything has to be written beforehand, even if it's like a script. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying, that if they're adapted for the screen first, then the book comes out secondary.
You think
you can kind of tweak it.
And like, there's like stuff in the book so far that you learn more about like what Poe is doing, because you don't really get that side of the story.
That would be great. Oh my gosh!
So it's interesting stuff.
Amazing. Like that's what I thought was going to happen in the movies, but no, it went the opposite way.
Well, it's been interesting. I've been enjoying it.
I would love if they did a Finn story, like an ex-stormtrooper. Like, man, there's so much potential they could have done with that, and they just put him in a coma. Anyways, I'm glad you're enjoying
whole rant was leading me to advising everybody to check out the Libby app. It's free, and it connects with your local library, and then you have access to all sorts of books and comic books and audiobooks. It's actually pretty fantastic.
I have one called Canopy.
I think that does that. The same company, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it probably is, because it's almost exactly what you're describing, but I just use it for movies. You get like 30 free movies a month, and
I don't know the movie thing. I might have to look at that.
They don't have new movies, new releases, but if you want to get into the classics, they got some really good stuff.
I might look into that too. That's actually really Canopy. I'll have to check that. I think that was the one it was recommending to me off of Libby, so I might have to check that out. And the best part about it is you can get a library card online entirely. It's actually extremely easy.
Dude, we still go. I take my kids and they really like it, and we'll get books and stuff, but their in-house selection of movies is woof. So first of all, it's like mostly DVDs, and these DVDs have been used for Ultimate Frisbee, apparently, because they are unplayable. Some of them. We checked one out, like a Trolls or something, and I ended up having to like rent it digitally because my daughter was so excited, like I can't wait to watch it, and then it doesn't work. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll pay the $4 on Amazon to rent it.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
the digital with the library, the digital with the audiobooks and stuff, that's the way to go.
Yeah. I've seen videos with libraries with like whole video game selections and all sorts of stuff, like with Switch games and everything. And I was like, I've never seen one of those in real life. I don't know.
I've seen it. Nothing like crazy like you're describing, but yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a library in Victoria Gardens in Ontario.
That big one. Yeah.
That one will have what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, that's the big boy.
Yeah. And they even have, what's cool is they have stores where they sell like their old stuff. I picked up a couple omnibus books of X-Men for 50 cents a piece. So it's like, yeah, and it was like stuff like that. That's what I like going for. And then, you can find movies and stuff too for like $1 or less.
Yeah, because they're just trying to get rid of
it.
Go
to your local library and ransack it so you can resell all the all the DVDs they got and Blu-rays.
All right. Well, I think we're wrapping it up anyways. I think it's a nice short cast for the new year. Welcome back. Hopefully we can.
We had some people chatting. Totally sorry.
Yeah, we saw Nightclub jump in, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
But,
thanks for coming in, Nightcloak.
But thanks for swinging by, and hopefully we'll get more regular this year because we've already had a rough time starting off, but
yeah, we missed a week, I think,
a week or two already. We had so many goals last year.
We had like a big plan to kick off the year, but it is what it is, man. I'm glad we got to chat tonight.
100%.
Yeah, and we even had someone pop in and say hi. That I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
Agreed. All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode, though. So thanks for joining us. And Nerd BS.
Nerd BS.
Oh.
It was good in my end, but maybe there was a delay.
There was a delay on my side. All right.
You did good, though. That was a good prompt. Bye. Good night.
Bye.